Hey guys, this is Gerry, or as a point for kids first, and today we're reviewing the film Beauty and the Beast, the 2017 remake. This film not only has beautiful special effects, it also has spectacular cinematography, wonderful music, and emotional acting. The story is much like the original 1991 version. It starts when Belle is a town girl, and she is not only very smart, but also very beautiful. Well, one day she has to go into the woods to find her father because he never returned from a trip. There she finds a giant castle that for some reason she never saw before, and on top of that, she also finds enchanted objects in that castle that are alive and servants, and she also finds a prince that got turned into a monstrous beast because of a curse put on him for being so evil. Well, her father was captured by the beast, and she takes her father's place in being imprisoned in the castle forever, and her father is let free. There's a catch to this beast, though. His curse can be reversed. He needs to fall in love with somebody, and that somebody needs to fall in love with him. Well, Belle and him luckily start falling in love in what seems an impossible romance, but there's some challenges. Not only does Belle still feel like she's a prisoner since she is locked up in a giant castle, but the townspeople learned about the beast and now want to destroy him. If you want to find out what happens, how does this all end, you gotta watch the film. Now, I have to say that my favorite scene is when they redo a musical piece from the 1991 classic called Gaston. In this scene, the hero, Gaston of the town, who is played by Luke Evans, he is feeling down, so his best friend and partner in life, LeFou, played by Josh Gad, decides to cheer him up by singing a song about how great Gaston is. Eventually, all the townspeople in the bar follow, and everybody starts singing about how great Gaston is. Not only was the song very catchy and entertaining in the original, but it's even more so, and just to have all these voices playing perfectly, and everything just working out perfectly. And it is harder to do very complex musical numbers like this in real life, because you can't just draw and animate everybody to be perfect. Every single person has to dance perfectly themselves. So for all those extras and for all the actors to be dancing perfectly, singing perfectly together is really hard to do, but they did it beautifully with wonderful cinematics, and the song was just beautiful, it was catchy, it was hilarious, and it was a lot of fun. Overall, I have to say that I absolutely love this film. There are some things I did not like about it, though, and one of the things I don't like about it is something that a lot of Disney remakes will suffer from in the future. It's the fact that an animated film is different from a live-action film. Unless you have a film like Jungle Book that's almost completely animated, you're going to come up with this problem that an animated film can have more ability to seem more like a fantasy, more fictional, while a live-action film will always want to seem more real because it's live-action. In the Beauty and the Beast remake that is live action, you kind of get this feeling just a tad because of how closely they follow the original story. They do make new elements where they completely change characters, they add a subplot, and all that, but it's still the main core of the story is the same. This brings up some interesting problems, like for example the fact that interactions between characters seems a lot more fake now. When it's animated, it didn't seem fake because it's animated, it looks more make-believe because of how animation looks to our eyes. And this was not as noticeable in this film, but for example, films like Cinderella suffered from it quite a lot. And they've solved this problem quite a lot by bringing more backstories to characters, by adding more characters, and just changing the plot here and there to make it its own, and that's something I love that they did with this film. I absolutely love the acting. Everybody did just a phenomenal portrayal of the characters, really bringing them to life from the 1991 animated version, and some of them I even like better. A perfect example of this goes back to Gaston and LeFou again. Gaston was played by Luke Evans, like I said, and Josh Gad, who plays LeFou. They were just perfect together. Their chemistry was nice, they were very smooth, it felt very real. Something that I like about LeFou is they changed him in this version. They made him a little more in love with Gaston, which was hilarious. It felt very real, it felt very natural, and just throughout the entire film you can see that kind of progressing, which I liked. It added another tiny little subplot to the film. There's a lot of examples of this, and it just makes the film even more entertaining. Definitely, though, my two favorite parts of the film is the special effects and the cinematography. Just wow. When you see the Beast in the film, he looks so spectacular, so realistic. If you didn't know CGI existed, you would say they actually found the Beast in the real world and made him do acting, because he just looks so spot on. When he's dancing with Belle, when he's just doing anything, he looks so real, he looks so natural, he looks so perfect, and it just overall is really, really smooth. So kudos for them to really bring the Beast alive. Speaking of making things come to life, all the servants and all the objects that came to life were beautiful. I love how unique their designs were, and it really, I honestly think, looks a lot better than the designs of more simplistic designs that the 1991 version had. Overall, Beauty and the Beast is meant for kids, but I really think that it would be great for adults too. There's a lot of nostalgia in the film that they will absolutely love, and also there's a little more adult-related jokes and references that adults would greatly appreciate, so I think it's really a true family-friendly film. I give Beauty and the Beast 4.5 out of 5 stars because despite 2 issues with the fact that it's from animation to live action from the 1991 version to 2017, and also the fact that Emma Watson definitely could have done better as Belle, and Belle felt more of a side character, which was a pretty big issue to me. It's still an entertaining film with absolutely beautiful visuals, wonderful acting, spectacular music, and so much more that everybody would love. If you'd like to check out Beauty and the Beast, and I definitely recommend you do, you can see in theaters near you starting March 17th. I'm Gerry, always reporting for Kids First. Bye!